Every now and then, a single photograph manages to capture more than just a moment. It captures a story. That's exactly what happened this Halloween, when Hailey Bieber shared an image that instantly swept across social media. It wasn't a shot of a glamorous red carpet gown or a high-fashion campaign. It was something far simpler, yet infinitely more powerful. Her 1-year-old son, Jack Blues Bieber, dressed up as a teenage version of his father, Justin Bieber. Within minutes, the internet lit up. Fans called it the most adorable déjà vu of 2025. The tiny toddler, barely walking with his soft curls and curious smile, was dressed in an outfit that every Belieber from the 2010s would recognize instantly: the white jacket, the crisp jeans, and that unmistakable purple hoodie that defined a generation. For millions of fans, it felt like being transported back to an era when the world was first introduced to the Canadian boy who would redefine pop stardom. But this wasn't just another celebrity costume post. To longtime followers of the Bieber family, it felt like a full-circle moment, a gentle bridge between Justin's whirlwind past and the calm, family-centered present he now shares with Hailey. For a man whose career began in the glare of stage lights, seeing his son mirror that iconic look struck a chord that went far deeper than nostalgia. Behind the playful costume lay an unspoken message, a quiet nod to how far Justin has come. From a young teen juggling fame and chaos to a husband and father cherishing ordinary joys, this Halloween wasn't about spectacle. It was about legacy. As the post racked up millions of likes and comments, one thing became clear. People weren't just reacting to the outfit. They were reacting to the story behind it. A story of evolution, reflection, and perhaps a reminder that even in Hollywood's fast-moving world, some things, like love and family, have the power to bring everything back home. But that was just the beginning. What happened next would send believers everywhere spiraling into a wave of nostalgia and speculation, because Jack Blues Bieber didn't just wear his dad's outfit, he resurrected an entire era. Halloween night in 2025 didn't need any filters or flashy effects to break the internet. All it took was a toddler in a purple hoodie. When Hailey Bieber uploaded the now viral photo of her son, Jack Blues Bieber, dressed as a teenage Justin, the internet collectively melted. Within hours, the image spread across fan pages, news outlets, and nostalgic threads that read, like love letters to the early 2010s. Jack's costume was more than adorable. It was a masterstroke of memory. Every detail had been perfectly thought out. The white denim jacket, the jeans that matched effortlessly, and the hoodie that once made millions of fans scream across concert arenas. Even the way Jack's little hand clutched, the zipper seemed to echo. Those iconic moments when Justin stood on stage during his My World tour, singing Baby to crowds that knew every lyric by heart. Hailey's caption was simple, just a heart emoji and the words, My World 2.0, but that was enough. Fans instantly got it. They flooded the comments with messages like, Mini Justin is here, and this is the most precious throwback ever. Celebrities chimed in too, each celebrating the moment not just as a cute costume, but as a symbol of how far the Biebers had come since those high-octane early fame years. For longtime fans, it hit differently. This wasn't just about nostalgia. It was about witnessing a kind of generational echo, a little boy unknowingly recreating the version of his father the world first fell in love with. The post became one of the most liked family pictures of the year, amassing millions of interactions in a matter of hours, and in the midst of the excitement, one subtle detail didn't go unnoticed. Some fans pointed out that the look was nearly identical to what Justin wore during one of his first Grammy-nominated performances in 2010. To them, it wasn't just a tribute, it was a sign. A hint that maybe, just maybe, Justin was preparing to revisit the sound and spirit that made him a household name. Because for those who've followed his journey, nothing about a Bieber post is ever accidental, and this Halloween reveal, as sweet and innocent as it appeared, carried a message, one that would soon ignite a wave of speculation across the internet. To understand why Jack Blues Bieber's costume resonated so deeply, you have to go back to a time before sold-out stadiums and diamond records, back to 2010, when a young boy with floppy hair, a purple hoodie, and a microphone in hand was rewriting what it meant to be a teenage pop star. Justin Bieber's My World 2.0 wasn't just an album, it was a cultural phenomenon. Songs like Baby, Somebody to Love, and You Smile didn't just dominate the charts, they defined a generation of teenagers who saw in Justin a mix of innocence, ambition, and raw talent. He was the kid next door who made it big. The YouTube discovery turned global superstar, and that purple hoodie, simple, bright, and unassuming, became his armor. It was more than fashion. It was identity. Every fan remembers that image. Justin performing on stage in his white jacket and purple sweatshirt, head tilted, hand over his heart, as he sang to arenas filled with flashing lights and trembling voices. It was the moment innocence met fame, and the world realized it was watching the birth of something unstoppable. But what makes this memory so powerful today is what it represents in hindsight. That same look, now worn by his son 15 years later, carries layers of meaning. It reminds fans of where Justin came from, of the unfiltered passion that once fueled every performance before fame became a burden and life grew complicated. For many who grew up with him, seeing Jack dressed that way felt like a mirror, a reflection of a simpler era. When the music was new and the dream still untouched, it reignited that warm, nostalgic spark buried beneath the noise of headlines and fame as clips of Justin's 2010 performances resurfaced alongside Jack's Halloween photos, social media filled with side-by-side comparisons. Same smile, same spark, one fan wrote. Another added, it's like watching history repeat, but happier this time, and maybe that's what made it all so moving. The idea that Justin's story, once marked by pressure and chaos, was now being rewritten through his son's laughter and innocence. A moment of quiet redemption, dressed in purple and white. Behind the playful costumes and viral images lies a quieter, more intimate story. The story of a family finding its rhythm in the midst of fame. For Justin and Hailey Bieber, life has transformed from the relentless whirlwind of tours, awards, and paparazzi flashes into a balance centered around home, love, and their son, Jack Blues. Halloween 2025 offered a glimpse into that life, an ordinary moment, elevated by extraordinary affection. Hailey's posts from that night painted a picture of a family, savoring the simple joys of the season. Jack, dressed in the tiny replica of his father's iconic teenage outfit, explored a pumpkin patch that was meticulously decorated with hay bales, skeletons, string lights, and pumpkins of every imaginable size. The photos captured the laughter, the wonder, and the intimacy of a child completely enthralled by the world around him. The setting, bathed in the golden glow of autumn, felt almost cinematic, a stark contrast to the flashing lights of concert arenas that once defined Justin's life. But more than aesthetics, these moments revealed the depth of the Biebers' family bond. For Justin, watching Jack step into a version of his own teenage self was likely bittersweet, a reflection of a past marked by both triumph and turbulence. Yet there was no pressure here, no expectation, only presence. Hailey, ever the gentle anchor, captured these interactions in real time, sharing glimpses of a family grounded in joy rather than spectacle. This calm, collected side of celebrity life is often overshadowed by headlines, controversies, and fan speculation. But in these images, the world saw what matters most to the Biebers: connection, tradition, and the deliberate creation of memories. Jack's curiosity, the parents' quiet attentiveness, and the effortless joy of being together spoke louder than any awards or viral moment ever could. Fans were quick to comment on this side of Justin and Hailey and the part that seems unreachable behind public appearances. Observers noted the stark difference from Justin's early days of fame, the chaotic energy, the intense scrutiny, and the relentless touring schedules that left little room for quiet family moments. Now the public could witness a rare glimpse of contentment, a pause from the fame-fueled machine that once defined him. This family-centered approach doesn't just humanize Justin, it reframes the narrative. It's a story not of celebrity spectacle, but of growth, love, and the quiet triumph of ordinary life, a theme that resonates deeply, especially when juxtaposed with the nostalgic echoes of the past. When Jack Blues Bieber appeared in that iconic purple hoodie, fans didn't just see a toddler in costume. They saw the sparks of nostalgia ignite across social media, blending affection with a wave of curiosity. Comments poured in, but amid the "so cute" and heart emojis, a different kind of conversation quietly took shape. Speculation. Could this playful Halloween nod be more than a tribute? Could it hint at something bigger in Justin Bieber's career? For years, fans have watched Justin's trajectory, from teen sensation to a mature artist navigating fame, faith, and personal growth. Every move he makes now is dissected, celebrated, or theorized. And this costume moment, as innocent as it appeared, provided fertile ground for speculation. Some fans noted the uncanny timing. A throwback look coinciding with whispers of a possible studio return, unconfirmed collaborations, and hints of new music floating online. Could Jack's mini-me outfit be a symbolic nod to the era Justin might be revisiting? Discussion threads exploded with comparisons of Jack's hoodie to the exact stage outfits from the 2010 My World Tour. Fans drew connections, sometimes lightheartedly, sometimes earnestly, suggesting that the costume was more than nostalgic fun, it was a teaser. Mini Justin is bringing back the My World energy, one fan wrote. Another commented, could this mean a revival of the old vibe? New music is coming! Even music analysts and pop culture commentators joined in, noting that Justin's recent social media activity has been sparse but deliberate. Every post is scrutinized, every image dissected for hidden clues. And this Halloween photo, featuring his son as a miniature version of his former self, was no exception. It became, in essence, a bridge between two eras, the raw, adolescent Bieber the world fell in love with, and the thoughtful, grounded artist he is today. Yet it's important to remember that nothing has been confirmed. Rumors by nature are unverified. Still, the excitement they generate highlights something essential about Justin's enduring impact. He has the rare ability to make even family moments feel like cultural events. A simple Halloween costume sparked worldwide discussion, speculation, and anticipation, proving that the Bieber legacy is not just in the music he creates, but in the stories he inspires. For fans, it was a moment of joy mixed with curiosity. For Justin and Hailey, it was a quiet family memory. But for the rest of the world, it was a question waiting to be answered. Is this just a nod to the past, or the first sign of a bold new chapter? For the Biebers, Halloween has never been just about candy or costumes. It has evolved into a celebration of creativity, family, and connection. Even before Jack Blues Bieber arrived in August 2024, Justin and Hailey had established a playful tradition, turning October into a month of imaginative family moments. Their approach has always blended the whimsy of childhood nostalgia with the elegance of celebrity life, creating moments that fans eagerly anticipate each year. In 2024, the trio's debut Halloween Together was a colorful, charming homage to the early 2000s. Disney Channel classic Kim Possible. Hailey transformed into the titular hero, her sleek costume reflecting both accuracy and style, while Justin embraced the lovable, quirky role of Ron Stoppable. Baby Jack completed the theme, snugly dressed as Rufus the naked mole rat. The photographs shared across social media captured a sense of joy that transcended celebrity status. Here was a family immersed in tradition, delighting in the playful magic of the holiday even before Jack. The couple delighted fans with creative pair costumes, including memorable renditions of Pebbles and Bam Bam at high-profile Halloween parties. These choices revealed a lighthearted side of the Biebers, one that thrives on playful storytelling and imagination. Each costume and themed outing reflected their personalities, their love for each other, and their desire to engage in cultural moments with a sense of humor and charm. Now, with Jack joining the celebrations, the tradition has taken on a new, more meaningful dimension. The 2025 costume, mirroring a teenage Justin Bieber, wasn't merely a tribute to his father's iconic era. It was a continuation of a familial legacy, blending past and present in one perfectly framed moment. The pumpkin patches, festive decor, hay bailes, and string lights weren't just background props. They were an environment designed to nurture joy, curiosity, and creativity. Fans, watching from afar, were captivated not only by the the costumes, but by the evident bond between parent and child. In a world dominated by media scrutiny and celebrity gossip, the Biebers' Halloween celebrations stand out as a rare reminder that joy, tradition, and family moments can flourish even amidst fame. Each year, these celebrations act as a bridge between seasons, generations, and eras of the Bieber story, showing the world that behind the headlines, there is laughter, imagination, and love. And yet, as Jack grows, each Halloween feels like a fresh chapter, a living testament to how the Biebers blend their personal legacy with creativity, tradition, and heart, leaving fans wondering what surprises the next October will bring. In the end, the story of Jack Blues Bieber's 2025 Halloween costume is more than a viral moment or a nostalgic throwback. It is a snapshot of a family navigating the delicate balance between public life and private joy, a gentle reminder of how love, legacy, and laughter can coexist even under the brightest spotlight. In one photograph, the world glimpsed a tiny boy standing at the intersection of past and present, a living echo of his father's early fame, yet entirely his own person, curious and wide-eyed, discovering the world in real time. For Justin Bieber, the costume was undoubtedly a sentimental journey. From the whirlwind of his teen stardom, the tours, the chart-topping singles, the global frenzy, he has arrived at a place where the most meaningful moments are no longer measured in likes or awards, but in small, fleeting memories with his family. Watching Jack don that purple hoodie, smile, and explore a pumpkin patch is, in many ways, a full-circle experience. A return to the innocence that once defined his early career, now mirrored in his son's laughter. Hailey's posts added another layer of warmth to the story. Her captions, simple yet evocative, framed these moments as a celebration of life's ordinary magic, the kind that often goes unnoticed, yet leaves lasting impressions. For fans, it was a chance to connect with the Biebers on a human level, beyond the headlines, beyond the music videos, and beyond the red carpets. It was a reminder that fame does not erase love, family, or joy. But the story also leaves the door open for speculation, reflection, and wonder. Fans couldn't help but ask, was this more than just a tribute? Could it be a subtle nod to a musical comeback? A hint that the spirit of My World 2.0 might soon resurface in new tracks? While no announcements have been made, the excitement generated by a toddler in a hoodie proves just how powerful symbolism can be, how a single, innocent image can spark imagination, conversation, and anticipation worldwide. Ultimately, Jack Blues Bieber's Halloween moment is a story of continuity, growth, and quiet triumph. It is about a family cherishing the present while honoring the past, about a pop star rediscovering the joy of simple moments, and about a new generation stepping into the legacy of those who came before them. And perhaps that's the most compelling part of all, the realization that in a world obsessed with spectacle, sometimes the smallest gestures, the tiniest outfits, or the softest smiles carry the greatest meaning. Jack may be dressed as his father for Halloween, but in the hearts of fans, he is very much his own little star. And this story, like the Biebers themselves, is far from over.